Hi guys, welcome to the Pump Room. My name is Ali, and today we're going to be reviewing one of the best rums ever. Unfortunately, I couldn't get a hold of that, so today we're going to be reviewing Captain Morgan's. In particular, we'll be reviewing the Captain Morgan's Tiki, which is a pineapple and mango spiced rum. Woohoo! Yes. A little bit of history about Captain Morgan's. Captain Morgan's was founded in 1944, not that long ago, really, if you think about it, by a Canadian company called Seagram. Now, Seagram purchased a plantation in Jamaica. In that purchase, they also got a pharmacy by the Levy brothers. Now, the Levy brothers were taking raw rum and adding medicinal herbs and spices to it, and the guys liked it so much they just continued to do so. So they developed a rum called Captain Morgan's. Captain Morgan. So they continued to distribute that, and that was in Jamaica. And then later on in the 1950s, they decided to move everything over to Puerto Rico. Why Puerto Rico? Because it is part of America, and for tax purposes, it's better to distribute. Sorry, up. It is better to distribute. The reason they moved it to Puerto Rico is so it's easier to distribute. I can't say it. The reason why they moved it over to Puerto Rico was easier to distribute. And then what happened was they sold it off. It's a really complicated history. They basically sold off the Captain Morgan's to a Puerto Rican distiller, and which they distilled it all the way to in the early 2000s. But they also then sold the brand to Diageo, who own pretty much everything: Guinness, Smirnoff, Kettle One, Ciroc. I can't remember what else they own. They own a lot of things. Basically, it's just a conglomerate. So, have you ever wondered what who Captain Morgan is? Well, a 2-minute Wikipedia search, I found out that is Sir Henry Morgan, who was a Welshman back in the 17th century, who owned a lot of plantations in Jamaica. A wonderful, horrible person who, at his death in the late 1600s, he gave his family some slaves. 131 of them. 33 were kids. Wow. That's a horrible, horrible history. But then in 2017, Diageo decided to put the slogan, "Live like the Captain," which now really seems quite terrible if you think about it. Aren't white people the worst? So let's try a bit of Captain Morgan's, shall we? Wonderful stuff. To me, Captain Morgan's is what I used to drink when I was about 16 years old in a boarding school. What I used to do was pretend I was going for guitar lessons in Stirling with an empty guitar case, and then come back with a lot of booze in that guitar case. Wonderful stuff. It's great when you're 6 foot and you're 16 years old and you live in Scotland back in the early 2000s. So it is a very nonchalant, terrible rum. It's very cheap. I think it's £15 for this bottle. It smells delicious. It's cheap and nasty, just like me in the bedroom. It just goes down so smooth.
Just like me in the bedroom.
Yeah, that is a rum. That is a nice spiced rum. Is there better spiced rums? Yes, of course there is. Why would I do this review on decent rum? What a silly idea, Cress. Why don't we do decent rums? You had Plantation, and I get this. We didn't even get endorsed by these guys. I literally bought this with my own money.
I don't think this racist brand is going to endorse us at all.
As you can see, Henry Morgan is on the front here. A lovely, horrible, disgusting gentleman. Was he a racist? Yes, probably. Most people were back in them times, especially if you owned slaves in Jamaica. Twat. Anyway, but this is what they've introduced now. They have got the Captain Morgan's pineapple and mango spiced rum. As you can see, it looks very much diluted like the other one because that's what it is. It is 25%. So you are paying the same price for less alcohol. Congratulations, capitalism. You've won again. So let's see what it smells like. Hopefully it smells like rum and pineapple and mango. It smells very sweet. It can't really smell it distinctly as pineapple or mango, but it kind of smells like a fruit juice. It's almost like a sweet. It's almost like something you'd find at like a pick a mix or something, because it is just like the rumness in it is gone. It's very like simple. I mean, if you want to buy alcohol which has very little alcohol in it, this is probably a good one to go for, it seems. So in the spirit of things, I'm going to make a cocktail. 1 second. Just getting rid of the crap taste of rum in my mouth. So we're going to make a cocktail today with this one. We're going to be making a classic rum punch. Now, rum punches for me it's just one of the best things to have. You can have it, at a meal. You can go out, have it late at night. You can have it for breakfast with your pancakes or cereal. It's absolutely phenomenal. I'm not encouraging early drinking, but we might as well start early. This is the way we're going. Thank you, Tories. So what we're going to need for rum punch, we are going to need rum, we're going to need lime, we're going to need pineapple, and we're going to need orange and a bit of grenadine. Pretty simple. You can find most of these things like in every shop. You don't need to go anywhere online. You don't need to do anything. pretty simple stuff. But first, let's go back to this and let's see what they suggested on the back. Their cocktail that they've suggested is a Captain and Lemonade. 25ml of Captain Morgan Tiki, 75ml of lemonade. Enjoy over ice. Don't even need a garnish. You can put a straw in there if you really feel like you want to. So let's just try that quickly. And I have a can of Sprite, not endorsed by them whatsoever. I would have definitely gone for a cheaper one. Just shake it off like you're taking a piss. We're 2/3 of the way there. Can't even get a lid on it, never mind. And now we're gonna add some Sprite. That looks like 75 mils. Doesn't that look appealing? Yep, tastes of pretty much nothingness. It's fruity, it's lovely, it's nice. Yeah, I think that's the best that they could probably suggest, Captain Morgan's. Congratulations. So let's move on back onto the rum punch, shall we? So let's get your Boston glass and fill it up with some ice. Put in the ice in last if you want to, but I'd put it in first. Start off with your rum. You start with your cheap ingredients, but I am not a bartender anymore. So I'm gonna put in about 50ml, maybe about 2 ounces of rum, because it's weak. It's weak like a bit of piss. I'm gonna put in a dash of grenadine. Take the lid off it. Rum's already gonna be sweet. You're just adding sugar to it, pretty easy. A bit of orange juice, and a bit of pineapple, and a bit of lime. Cut my fingers, and just squeeze in half a lime in there. Yeah, good old shake. Wow. I'm just gonna dirty pour. And then, if you really want to, just put in a lime wheel. Ideally a lime wedge, but let's not waste fruit, shall we? That is a rum punch, a very basic rum punch. I ideally use something like Ray and Nephews in there, or use a nice Bacardi or Plantation, something like that. But for now, we're cheap because we haven't got any money, so we've got to buy stuff that we can find at the local Premier. So lovely and pink, maybe a little bit too much grenadine, but it's just ideal. It's all right. It doesn't come through a lot. It would have come through a lot more if it was just a normal spice rum. But yeah, it's pleasant. Pretty good for breakfast or post or something. Yeah, it's not bad. Let's just wait for us to get sued by Diageo, shall we? A nice racist rum punch, shall we? Ooh, who thought the Welsh could be racist? Interesting. That's us for the review. We're going to be here every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, hopefully. Go like and subscribe. Tell me what terrible spirits you buy.